Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you.
What's up? You really like that?
Let's shut up and grind some tape.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous Monday morning. It's Monday morning over here. Don't know when it is, how it is, where it is. This video found you, but I hope it found you in a good spot. If you're new to the network, I'm Brooks Austin, more commonly known, I always do this backwards, more commonly known as the Film Guy around here. Played a little college football. We talk a lot of college football. We'll be live today at noon to 2, talking all things leading up to the college football playoff weekend this weekend, first round of football games. But we do it a little bit differently around here. We like to get on that board. We like to break down the film. We like to grind the tape, as we say around here. And today's video is going to be on Penn State and Southern Methodist, I believe is what they call that university. Dear Lord, it is a Monday. Between Penn State and SMU. I think the key in this football game, okay, don't have time to look at all, 6 units, right? All 3 units, all 3 phases on both sides of the football. Don't have time to break them all down, but I think it ultimately boils down to whether or not Penn State's defense is going to be able to stop SMU's offense, or whether or not SMU's offense is going to be able to score enough points on that side of the football. I think a couple of things are important when you try to stop this new SMU offense with Kevin Jennings at the quarterback position. Can you get lined up and get your cleats in the ground? They play with a lot of pace, okay? And can you play 2 snaps, all right? Can you stop the first initial coverage, and can you stop the quarterback scramble? It's 2 different plays when you stop this Kevin Jennings and SMU offense. You'll see that as we go to break down the film. Can't wait to do this with you guys around here today. We got rules around this network, okay? If you're new to the network, or if you're an SMU fan, first and foremost, throw a little money at your boy, okay? Because I heard y'all got a little bit of it out there with them Southern Methodist money. For you Penn State fans, we appreciate you for being here. Been introducing ourselves to Big Ten country as of late. If you're new to the network, we got rules. If you learn anything about your football program, you have to subscribe to the network. If you learn anything about football, you have to subscribe to the network. If you have any fun at all, you have to subscribe to the network. We got a saying, let's shut up and let's grind the tape. Oh, man. It is definitely a Monday, Jonathan. It is definitely a Monday, but hey, no better place to be than right here on this network, okay? Right here on this network, learning a little bit of football. And here's what I love about today's film study, Jonathan. All 4 teams we're going to see on tape today, college football playoff teams, okay? We're featuring SMU. We're featuring Penn State. We're going to learn a little bit about Clemson today, too. We're going to learn a little bit about Oregon today as well. Oregon, probably the most unique offense I've seen on tape to date. Okay, they do a lot of fun stuff. But, hey, we'll watch that one at the end. All right, we open up the football game, and I'm going to tell you right now, we talked about it last week, Jonathan. Clemson struggles with team speed, right? Everybody knew it about them. Everybody knew it. Struggles with team speed. One thing about SMU, when you play them guys, they are going to test your team speed. They're going to try to stretch you the full 53.5. They're a big wide zone team. They're a big stretch zone team. They're a big, end around football team. They're a big RPO football team. They're a big screen into space football team. What does that tell me, Jonathan? They want to stretch you. They want to go the full 53.5, okay? Want to make you stretch east to west. Don't love the offensive line. We'll talk about that as we go throughout this film study. But they've got weapons. They've got guys that they try to put in space. This number 1, I think, is their best ball carrier, as do they. They try to get him the ball in space quite a bit. Let's go to play number 3. Hey, I will tell you this. If you rush this guy and you feel free and comfortable to get upfield like these guys are right here from Clemson, you better get this sucker on the ground. All right, you're going to see a couple of clips today. Jonathan, when it comes to putting his feet in the ground and getting north and south, this is one of the more explosive athletes in college football right now. There's a clip a little bit later. It might be the twitchiest thing we've seen on this tape, and we've been breaking down Mill Road this year, okay? This guy's got real elite vertical speed. Once he decides he's going, he's going. So when you get upfield, you better get him on the ground like Tamarian Parker does right here. I thought T.J. Parker, kid out of Central City, Phoenix City, Alabama, Central High School there in Phoenix City, Alabama, had himself a daggum ball game in this one, okay? of doing everything right. You know what I love about TJ Parker, Jonathan? He's not an A-plus eval in any category, but he's an A- in every category, okay? He's about a 4.75 runner. He's not a 4.48, okay? He's about 6'4.5". He's not 6'6". He's about an A- in his hands fighting skills, but he's not the best. He's an A- in the bend category, but he's not Von Miller, okay? But he's not bad at anything. This dude's a really, really good eval from top to bottom and always has been since his high school days. Love this kid right here. Plays hard, too, as most Clemson kids do. They got dominated. I thought not just for the first half. I thought Clemson's defensive line in this football game dominated for 4. Now, the score for SMU started to increase in the second half. Reason being, took a shitload of snaps. I think they took 42 snaps in the first half alone in this football game, Jonathan. I mean, a lot of snaps. What is that telling us? They're getting back on the football. Penn State better be ready to get your cleats in the ground, play good, aggressive football with the other team playing quickly, okay? These notes just say, woof, Peter Woods taking souls. Yeah. Let's watch it from the tight. This dude might be the best defensive tackle in the college football playoff. Oh, hold on. Mason Graham at Michigan's the best in college football. Who's after that, Jonathan? Maybe this guy? Maybe this guy? I mean, there's a lot of names in that mix, but this dude might be the best in the college football playoff. He's elite. Now, these 3 guys and these tackles, I think they struggle. Okay, I think they're going to struggle on Saturday against Penn State. However, this Clemson unit is as big and as physical as they make in college football, okay? 44 is a big 6'4", 250-pounder. All right, that's, I don't know what number that is, but he's big and fat. All right, not big and fat, big and physical. Sorry. It's probably Peyton Page, honestly. He's 330 pounds. Okay, that's Peter Woods. Peter Woods is north of 300 pounds, okay? And then this edge rusher out here is big and physical as well. They are as thick as they can be on the interior, and as you can see from Peter Woods, all it takes is one left arm stick to that center, and he's rolling. Hey, Jonathan, you're going to see on this film study, anytime they jet motion this way out of pistol, we as a defense, we will be playing stretch zone away from motion. Okay, they send zone this way. We are playing pistol stretch zone this way and quarterback boot off the back. Okay, we will be playing the naked, and the front side of this will be playing as physical and as front side as we humanly possibly can, just like this defensive end's doing. We want to turn this sucker right back inside to where all of our help is, right? Where all of our extra bodies are. But yeah, Peter Woods is a man. And here's what I love, Jonathan. They finally, remember when we studied him against Georgia, they were playing him out as a defensive end, playing him out as a 4-eye because they were banged up. Now they've kicked him back inside. He is swallowing humans whole on the interior of this defensive line right now for Clemson, okay? Again, come for the SMU study, come for the Penn State study, stay to learn more about other college football playoff contenders. That's what we've got going on with our film study today. 5th play of the football game, Jonathan, 2nd and 12, and they got this shit going on, okay? So this ain't your typical, normally when you throw these in the playbook, Jonathan, 9 times out of 10, if I'm the coordinator, we're calling this play 2nd and 2. We got ball in green territory. We're moving. We're having good success. Not 5th play of the football game. We've already punted once, okay? That's not ideal right there. Hell, I think we might have already fumbled it once. We did. We already fumbled it once on the damn strip sack fumble from TJ Parker. So we've already put it on the ground once, and we're out here, going full sail.
Yeah, this is typically like a kill shot.
Right? So if I'm a Penn State observer, when I'm watching this on tape, I'm thinking, okay, well, we can never be on our heels, right? We always have to be on our toes. We always have to be ready. There's no telling when this guy might throw some funky shit at us, but he's going to throw it at us. There's no doubt about that based off this right here. Again, 2nd and 12, 5th play of the football game, ball at our own 25. This is just, we were hunting, okay? And I would say these guys are pretty damn disciplined back here. Look at these defensive backs. Tell me if they ever come downhill. The safety, that's it. The safety's downhill, but those 2 deep quarter corners are sitting there being as patient as humanly possibly could be. Now, everybody's a four-vert guy, right? I mean, I'm a big four-vert guy. Everybody a big four-vert guy in college football, in NCAA, whatever you want to call it. Now, most people, Jonathan, they run four verts out of 3x1. Nobody likes four verts out of duos. If you do, you're a square. All right, you're a square. All right, everybody likes four verts out of 3x1, right? Most teams do the 3x1 over here. They run the X, and he's on the straight go, right? And then they got the slot receiver in here or the tight end, and he's running kind of like the bender, right? And then you got the slot receiver out here, and he's running the straight vertical. And then you got the Z receiver all the way out here, and he's running the straight vertical too. That's how most teams run four verts, right, Jonathan? SMU, not so much. SMU gonna run exit motion to start this snap, okay? Run this guy out and then run him on the vertical. Then they're gonna switch release the tight end and the slot receiver, okay? And then run the slot receiver on that little bang eight. Watch this, Jonathan. Okay, so all that is, it's the same way of running four verts, right? Same way of running four verts, just a little bit of complexity, right? Just a little bit of complexity to make these guys have to what? Have to take it with space. I'm not gonna be able to walk down on you, make it nice and clear and see you. We're gonna make you snap on the, or we're gonna take the snap on the fly, make you respond as the ball's being snapped and as bullets are flying. Now you've got to communicate, right? Just a slightly more difficult way of running four verts right there and releasing the back. Now, it looks to me like Clemson's running some type of three high shell, 1, 2, 3, with an under-level defender right here, another level of defenders right up underneath here with a quarterback spy. I think that's Sammy Brown in there spying the Q. All right, so as we have this vertical or this bender right here bending into the middle of the field, that's our option, right? That's our winner as a quarterback. All right, what you're going to see about this Jennings guy, Jonathan, I don't think he layers the football very well. I think his best ball is when he can stand on it and freaking chooch it, okay? And now, why do I always say that about young quarterbacks or quarterbacks that are not very experienced or quarterbacks that just may not live forever on Sundays? Well, that's the next level of football. Okay, the next level of quarterback play is, oh, there's a defender like this one. There's a defender up underneath. There's a safety over the top. Okay, now I've got to layer the football. Now I've got to throw it over this guy, right, and under the safety who's over here, right? So I've got to be able to layer that football in there, not just stand 10 toes on it and rip the damn thing. Anybody can go out there in their backyard and do that, all right? The ability to layer the football is the next level of quarterback play, just like this right here. Okay? But I did like the complexity of the four verts right there. Everybody can just line up like this and run four verts. They do it in a very different way. I do think that this kid is a playmaker, though. This is what I talked about in the pre-show. I think there are two plays against this guy. There's the first coverage, right? So downset hut, he gets to his three-step drop, and then there's a second play once he gets off of that, starts to scramble. We've got to be able to win both. We got to be able to deny that first window, okay? Deny this first window right here, okay? Downset hut, three-step drop. We've got to be able to make him uncomfortable like he is right now, what Clemson's doing to him. We've got to make him uncomfortable upon his first initial drop. And then after that, we've got to win the next play. So the first play is won right now. We've made him uncomfortable. Now get us back in two, and you watch him win the second play. Because this is the second version of this snap with him, right? We're bailing. We're off platform. We're off our back foot. Our wide receiver isn't even broken out of his route yet. The ball's already in the air. We're going to give our guy a chance to win right now as a quarterback, okay? I think this is his best trait and his best ability. I like him best as an SMU guy, all right? When he's off script, when he's not playing on plan, right? I like him best when he's like this. Now, he does tend to make some of his biggest mistakes doing this, okay? But I'm going to live with that, man. Like when we got a 6-7 man pressure, right? They're sending heat right here. They got 5 guys coming down the pike, all right? And we've only got 5 to block them, all right? And one of them's running free. By the way, offensive lineman, when we're in this situation, take the down lineman, make him run from depth. Do not block the little guy and let the big guy run free. That's rules 101. And when you try to block 2 of them, 9 times out of 10, you block none of them, okay? Now this is Clemson football. This is Clemson football. We're going to study them later when we get ready for them against Texas. But they played like, pardon my language, they played like a bunch of pansies against Georgia to start the football season. They did not play Clemson football. When I turned this tape on, this is Clemson football. Okay, so good on them. Sending 5, playing variety of mixed match coverage in the back end. That's Clemson football, not whatever the hell y'all did lining up in soft shell cover 3 against Georgia for 4 quarters, just waiting for Mike Bobo to eat your ass alive. See, this is great coverage on the first snap, okay? And he just out here giving guys chances. I think this guy's a playmaker, man. I think this guy's a playmaker. Now, if you're looking for, this ain't going to be a Sunday guy, because here's what Sunday guys are looking for, Jonathan. They want everything to be perfect, right? They want reads to be perfect. They want mechanics to be perfect. They want decision-making to be perfect. They want you to be able to come in, fit in the system, be able to predict your movements, right? This is not this guy. I said after watching the ACC championship game, this was hold your breath football. This is a hold your breath quarterback, okay? But when it's good, oh my God, is it good, okay? I mean, we're falling off our back foot. Balls are flailing on us a little bit, but you know what? Can't complain with the spot, can you, Jonathan? Can't complain with the spot right there. All right, hey, what do we say? We get into pistol. We start bringing jet or orbit motion. What are we doing? We are playing pistol away from the motion. We are playing wide zone away from the motion. Now, Jonathan, we have been doing this for 15 weeks this season, and I think I've decided what my favorite run play in football is right about now. It's wide zone. It's wide zone. Now, this offensive line, not great, not filled with a bunch of Sunday guys, okay? Now, none of these offensive lines that we've watched this year have been tremendously filled with talent that have been running wide zone, apart from Texas. Texas got a bunch of dudes, okay? They run wide zone better than anybody else in football right now. However, these guys, not filled with Sunday dudes, but watch the displacement they create against a defense that has a bunch of Sunday guys, okay? Watch this. Now, the great thing about wide zone, Jonathan, not everybody's got to win. Really, all we really got to do is win one combination. All we really got to do is either win this one or win this one and have the back find one of them, right? All right, so that's all we really got to do, and boom, there's the combination being won. And oh my God, look at all the space being created. Look at all the space being created. Now, let me ask you something, Jonathan. Are any of these guys 9, 10, 12 yards downfield? No, they're not. Where are they? They're about a yard. They're about a yard beyond the line of scrimmage. So did we have to ask our offensive guard, hey, take that 300-pounder, move him against his will up the field and drive him out of the picture so we can get 5 yards? No, that's not what we did at all, did we? All we did was say, hey, stretch, get east and west, and when that dum-dum in front of you tries to follow your movements, just take him where he wants to go. And eventually, all we've got to do is that right there. All we've got to do is seal that backside end off, and while you're taking dum-dum where dum-dum wants to go, we've got a crease. Okay, we've got a crease. There's something about offensive systems that allow offensive linemen to take defensive linemen where they want to go. Instead of saying, hey, the whole play's predicated off you beating that guy in front of you. You know what I mean? Like, so much easier to do the first rather than the latter. Okay? Unless you just got the budget to go out here and recruit 4- and 5-star offensive linemen, Georgia, Alabama, LSU, whoever you are. All right, but if you're one of these other programs like 99.9% of college football, if you're not running wide zone, I think you're doing a disservice to your football program. I think he lacks the refinement. Okay, relax the refinement in the quarterback position, like this right here, Jonathan. Okay, look, you've got off coverage right here. You've got off coverage right here. We know the concept. The concept right here is an out route from our number 2 wide receiver, who is a hybrid player. We've seen this number 1 guy play running back. We've seen him play wide receiver. So nonetheless, he's not a predominantly only wide receiver. Okay, so we've got a ball carrier out there trying to catch this football. So what we shouldn't do, Jonathan, is throw the piss up out of it, right? what we should do based off the leverage, right? All this space out here, knowing we got that out route. What we should do this is throw this with good timing, good touch, put it out in front of his face, let him run with the football afterwards, right? Okay, we were working something like this out in the backyard yesterday. I was actually just dicking around like, ooh, that ball's not in the right place, right? We got to have the ball in the right place every time to increase the opportunities for our guys to catch it. So let's move to the tight right quick and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, if we threw this in time, we'd be already out. We would see him loading up right here. See him loading up big time on that back foot. Look at him as he gets to the top of his drop. Down set hut, watch him load. Okay, now I'm going to sit on it and rip it. Instead of just getting to the top, nice and smooth, letting that ball come out, we feel like we got to stand on it and then just let it go. So let's let it go. Let's let it rip. All right, now, ball inside and away. So bad ball placement, first of all. But secondly, the ball is absolutely pissed on. He threw it as hard as he possibly could, okay? Trying to get the ball out, make sure it doesn't get interception, tipped, whatever, all right? And now our quarterback's taking one off the chin strap because he's not ready for it. A, bad ball placement. B, now we're throwing incompletion, okay? Instead of just saying, okay, look, I'm confident in the read. I know what I've got in front of me, which is a bunch of defensive backs off coverage in empty formation. So I should be able to get this out in nice rhythm throw. Instead, he rips on it and throws an incompletion. Keep me up to date on timestamps here, Jonathan. I don't want to go too far here.
You're at 22 right now.
All right, now this is what I do love. I love great predictive coordinating. Okay, so they know at this point in the football game, based on their study, when they go 2-by-1, or 2-by-2 rather, right? They got 2 wide receivers over here, 2 wide receivers over here. We call this duos. All right, they're going to play 3-over-3 is Clemson. Okay, they got 1 or 3-over-2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 with a safety in the middle, right? We all see that. We see 1, 2, 3 for these two. We see 1, 2, 3 for these two, right? We all see that. Now, as a coordinator, we call this inside, outside, over the top, right? We got an inside defender, we got an outside defender, and we got an over-the-top defender. And they're probably going to play like that as long as we run that concept into them. So how do we get somebody open in this concept? All right, we're going to run somebody right there. We're going to run somebody right there. And we're going to run an arrow right to the flat, right? So now we run a hook up underneath and in front of the safety. We run an arrow into the flat for the corner, and we run a bender and take the eyes of the linebacker. What should be available is that hook right there in that window on 3rd and medium. Boom, right there. So again, good predictive coordinating right here on 3rd and medium for the quarterback. Now, here's what I would like to see. I don't think our depth right here is proper. We all see that, right? This is the first down marker. This is where we set down that curl. We need to get to the proper depth when we go play elite level football, okay? We need to get to the proper depth when we go play elite level football. Because we about got tackled short of the sticks right there, and coach would have been hot. All right, this is the note that says he's a serious stick of dynamite. Right? That was my reaction last night. I mean, on this clip, this is the explosivity I was talking about. This is right there. This is as explosive of a quarterback run as I've seen on tape this year. All right, when he pulls it down and gets north and south, it's scary shit. All right? So, by the way, we have seen wide zone. We've seen end around. We've seen counter. You're going to see power, one offensive line power pull a little bit later. You're going to see a diverse run game, all right? So you're going to have to be able to stop a multitude of run looks. What a block from that wide receiver. Holy hell. Look at the block on the safety for number 8 right here. Bam. I told you were going to learn about other fronts and other teams. Look at these big son of bitches, Jonathan. Look at these big son of a bitches. All right, that guy's 300. Ooh, hello. Number 55 right here. Look up Clemson's roster because I'm about to do the thing. I'm pretty sure Peyton Page is 320 pounds. I'm pretty sure Peyton Page is 320 pounds. Peter Woods, I know, is north of 300 pounds. He's 305 at least. So we got 55 and 11. Tamarian Parker, TJ Parker out here. This guy's 6'5", 250. Okay, this number 44, this Jack Pyburn wannabe, this dude's probably 240. Okay, 250. These guys are big. These guys are physical. How heavy is Peyton Page, number 55?
Peter Woods is 6'3", 315.
315, number 11.
55.
You're gonna pass up 44 first.
Oh, I got to 55. Peyton Page is 6'4", 310.
310. I said he was 315.
What was the other one?
Number 44.
44 is...
The Jack Pyburn wannabe.
Yeah, 6'5", 255.
Okay. And then TJ Parker, number 3, is in his 250s as well. All right. So again, as big and as physical as any front in this conference or in this sport, really. I mean, Oklahoma's probably the biggest we saw all year. No, Florida. Florida's the biggest we saw all year. Florida averaged 380 at nose tackle. I mean, they're huge, okay? So, but these are as big as and as athletic and as veteran as they get, right? I mean, this is a 2-year player, I believe. This is a 2-year player right here. This is a 4-year player right here. This is a 4-year player right here. These linebackers are big and physical as well. That's Sammy Brown, a 5-star right there, who as a freshman now is like 235 pounds. I mean, these are big humans. That's why everybody tests their team speed first, because they're huge. And you can see their block disruption right here. They ain't having it, dog. You just, when it comes to traditional inside zone, which is what they're trying to run right here from SMU, you're just not going to move those guys, man. You're not going to move those guys. Win the scramble. You've got to win the scramble against this guy, okay? Every single time. All right, first of all, win the drop. All right, so as soon as he gets to the top of his drop, let's make sure everything's not necessarily clear. He doesn't have a nice clear picture, okay? Gets to the top of a drop and nothing's clear, so what's he doing? He's already floating. He's already scrambling. He's already playing off script. Now we're into play number 2. We got to go win play number 2. Let's see what Clemson does to win play number 2. They get pressure in his face, okay? He floats a ball up, throws an interception. All right, let's all take it back to the top. And remember, there are 2 plays when playing Kevin Jennings. There's play number 1. Top of his drop, we got to create a bit of hesitation and confusion. We did it. All right, nobody's really open. This tight end at the top of the screen where he's not working isn't even out of his concept yet. Corner's working, or the wide receiver's working out of the corner right there. And we've got coverage on the number 2 wide receiver right here. Boom. Great job blanketing. Great job adding additional pressure to the mix. Great job finishing the play at the end of it. Let's go to the Titan. You can see what I'm talking about. Great job out here. TJ Parker, I'm pretty sure, is the one who provides the immediate pressure. I just don't, why are we floating out of this pocket? Why and where are we going? Why and where are we going? Definitely can't make that throw. Definitely can't do that. You're out of the pocket. Throw the bitch out of bounds. We had 30 minutes.
28.
All right. I told you pistol with motion equals wide zone or naked boot, right? That's what we're doing. We're playing either wide zone or naked boot, and here we go. Here it is. This is a great job by Clemson's defensive coordinator studying as well. Hey, by the way, Clemson's DC definitely subscribes to the network. Because what do we do when we see quarterback empty?
QB run.
We play QB run around here. And so do they. And I'll show you a clip of it here in a second. I love finding clips of other coordinators thinking the same way that I would if I were tasked with the same job. They're trying to run the running back down, or that jet motion guy on a wheel, aren't they? Look at him. Number 13, trying to get him on a little wheel right there. They can't get it one. It's a great job of this underneath defender as well, taking that away. Why are we not getting back to this? Is it because the safety drives down on it way too well? Yes, it is. And we put a defender in his face as well. Okay, this is why I think studying tape is so important, and having these rules like, hey, if we see quarterback empty, we're playing this, or hey, if we see pistol, we're doing this. And here's why. If you have tendencies as an offense, I have an ability to make you vulnerable in that same thing that you do really, really well. So they're a good wide zone team out of pistol, all right, which makes them a good play action team out of pistol. Well, if I do certain things like, hey, if we see motion, front side, we're going to be nice and heavy, not getting reached on this front side, backside defenders, you guys' eyes are going to be trained right to the front hip of the quarterback. Look at these guys. Look at where their eyes are. They're right at the mesh point. They're ready to go this way. Okay, not this way. They're ready to go this way to take on that quarterback off play action. And look, they're right there, ready to sit on it. What's up? I hear clicking over there. I get nervous. So we've seen a bunch of different run schemes, right, Jonathan? And then they get pinned up in the red zone right here. Okay, we've seen wide zone, we've seen counter, we've seen power, I've seen inside zone, I've seen split zone, and here we go. They're running tight end wham right here on the 3-tech. Look at that. Wow. Okay, so here's what they're going to do. They're going to out block with these two guys. All right, it's going to influence DJ Capar upfield right here, and then they're going to use the tight end and trap him right here. They call this tight end wham, Jonathan, wham. And look at all of that grass that's created right here. Okay. Now we got the back basically one-on-one with the linebacker. We got 9 yards. All right. Very diverse run scheme from these guys. All right. They put it in really, really well. That's good. We're at play 31 as well. And Jonathan, what are we doing? We got orb in motion, out of pistol. We are sending run schemes away from motion, okay? They are running wide zone this way. I promise you. I promise you. Or they're naked booting this way. Only two options, okay? So far in this football game. And it's getting creased. Again, who's winning? So tell me the offensive lineman that's winning. Let's start with the right tackle. All right, right tackle. We getting any reach? Nope. Nope, we're not. He's keeping his outside arm free. Are we even, making it happen on his side of the line of scrimmage? Nope. In fact, Coach, we're 3 yards behind our own. All right, let's go look at the right guard. Let's see if the right guard's winning. All right, right guard, you've got to reach that defensive tackle in front of you. Oh, wait, defensive tackle went in. So now 99's my guy. Let's go see if I get my hat play side on 99. Absolutely frickin' not. Absolutely not. In fact, he's whipping my ass. All right, let's go look at the center. Now, center, you've got to reach into your play side A gap. You've got a zero technique. He may be yours by the end of this play. However, when we take our steps into A gap, if any color flashes, we've got to take him. So let's go see what the center does. We actually got to a body, but our head's supposed to be play side. Our head's supposed to be on this side. So did we actually win, Jonathan? No, we did not. No, we did not. We're just kind of pushing him off. Now, let's look at that backside left guard. Now, left guard, you got to hope to get to the zero. Oh, crap, zero slanted away. Now, great job right here, left guard. You're actually the one player who makes this play. This seal, right? This turning back and sealing number 11 right there, which is a really easy job. Honestly, Jonathan, I think I could take you out there tomorrow and do that with you. All right? And now all of a sudden, shit, we've got a crease. We've got a crease. Also, hell of a job back here with the backside tight end running a really, really good arc right here. Instead of trying to dig 15 all the way out, what he's going to do, Jonathan, he's going to run up underneath the backside tackle, get inside that tackle's block, and get up to the backside safety. Look at this. Oh, keep running, and then just get a piece. Let's just get a piece. That's all we need. Just get a piece. And now we can run to the door. So huge 20-yard run, right? And people at home would be like, oh, that offensive line's whipping that ass all up and down the field. Look at SMU. Offensive line finally getting it right. No, not really. Not really, man. It's just a scheme. Just a scheme and a back that understands what's going on. All right. Let's just let the world know that the defensive coordinator from Clemson subscribes. Boy, are they playing quarterback run, right? Look at the safety. Look at the safety. They're out here in zero coverage because they know, hey, they're in empty. Let's sell the hell out for quarterback run because we're probably getting it right now. We got some other notes on here that I think are interesting, but you guys are going to think are boring. I do want to play these two plays together. I think these are important to note, okay? First of all, let's look at this. This is one of the last plays of the first half. This is play number 42. They take snaps, guys. They take lots and lots of snaps, which is the next point right here, okay? Which is the next purpose of the film study. All right, 1st and 10, okay? Start of the third quarter right here, down 24-7. Watch the pace that these guys are playing with right here. Watch this, okay? So they're going to get on the ball out of 3-by-1 into the boundary. Ball on the right hash. We all see this, right? Okay, so they're going to put a bunch of bodies into the top of the screen, okay? Run a little comeback right here, get it completed. All right, get out of bounds, get it completed. Now, down set hut, look, hey, average depth of target, not short. These are 20, 25-yard routes. Now watch this. And we're watching the all-22 copy, so it's a little tough sometimes without watching the TV copy to notice how fast teams are playing. But here's how you notice. Okay, look at the line judge. You see the line judge just now leaving? Okay, he just set the damn ball. Okay, so they are right back on it, out of 3-by-1 again, and now they're going to snap the football and take another play. Okay, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands really, really quickly, little read option. Now, these are 2 plays that took about 25 real-time seconds, and they've chunked up 25 yards on you. Okay, 25 yards on you really, really quickly. All right, so got to be able to get your cleats in the ground, got to be able to stop wide zone, got to be able to get set up, got to be able to play with pace, got to be able to stop both plays, right? Stop and create initial coverage off the first drop, and then immediately be able to stop the scramble. All right, let's flip over to Penn State's defense now, and let's look for a couple of things. Jonathan, let's look for team speed. Let's make sure they're not busting assignments against Oregon, okay? Oregon plays with a good bit of pace as well, so let's make sure they're not busting any assignments. All right, let's look for open field tackling, as always, with any good defense. All right, let's flip over to the other side of football. I'm having a good time. I hope you guys are. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. All right, here we go. We're going to flip over to the Penn State defensive side of the football. Again, looking for several things, but I'm going to tell you what, we were looking to make sure Penn State was not busting on the defensive side of the football. Chose the wrong football game. Because Oregon came out like a magician, pulling rabbits out of everywhere. Rabbits out of 3-by-1, rabbits out of tackle over, rabbits out of double tackle over, rabbits out of 21 personnel. They were pulling rabbits left and right, like the first play of the football game. They line up in tackle over, okay? That's a tackle, not a tight end. All right, both tight ends are back over here. One of them's lined up as the left tackle, and then they're going to arc release both those tight ends, okay? Run wide zone and gash it for 9 yards to start the game. All right. Now, let's go to the tight, and you can see what I'm talking about. All right, there's obvious confusion right here from denied Dennis Sutton, something that he's not used to seeing. Wait a minute, that's supposed to be a tight end. That's supposed to be a Y right there in front of me. It's not. It's a big 6'7" offensive tackle. What the hell's going on? We got to bump alignment. Bump, 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 bump. All right, and then, this is what I love about this. Not only are they running wide zone front side, Jonathan, okay, everybody reaching, but these 2 tight ends are going to arc release this way. So you're going to see this natural peeling of both sides of the line of scrimmage, and you're going to see the creases that it creates, okay? We don't even really have to block these 2 guys, okay? We can just let the system take them. Same thing with 13. Tony Rojas, the front side inside linebacker right here, is going to have to go with jet motion. So really, now we've got 4 offensive linemen for your 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders. We're going to be one-on-one with the safety, right? We're going to be one-on-one with the safety, which is what, as an offense, I'm trying to do. All right, so wanted to see, hey, how well do you get your cleats in the ground, right? Not very well. Ball snapped. It's on the way to Dylan Gabriel right now. Don't know if y'all can see that. It's like right there in the middle of the air. So, how many defenders are ready to play football right about now, Jonathan? Answer is 0. The answer is 0. There are 0 defenders ready to play football right now. All right? But they're still Penn State. Okay? They're still Penn State. They're still a top 10 roster in this sport, no matter what you say about James Franklin. So here we go. Downset hut. They still got big thickums in the middle, Jonathan. They still going to clog some shit up, even when they aren't ready to play football. Even when they don't have their cleats in the ground against Oregon. So what do you think it's going to look like against SMU? That's the question you have to ask yourself, knowing good and damn well that Oregon's offensive line is better than SMU's, okay? I think this might be my favorite defensive lineman we've studied all year, Jonathan. Number 28. Now, number 28, don't know much about his life, but I'm going to tell you number 28 definitely played high school running back. There's no doubt about it. Everything about this dude stees tells me he played a high school running back. Okay, the short ankle socks with the spat tape, high school running back. The rolled up pants to the mid thigh, despite the fact that we're a D tackle, high school running back. The fact that we are guaranteed to be 6'2", 285 pounds, high school running back. Guaranteed. There's no way this guy's 6'4", 305. There's just no way. There's no way in hell. Look the roster up, tell me. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I bet we can find high school tape of Buddy running as a running back on some poor little Jimmy and Johnny from Iowa. And the fact that he's in 28, dude definitely toted the rock in high school.
6'1", 288.
Anything in the profile about so-and-so was a dual sport athlete or played running back for his high school, had 900 career yards, anything like that?
Don't see anything on there about that.
All right, but this is the clip right here where you can see the real athleticism. Look at him right here. All right, so he's going to swim. Here he is right here. He's going to swim. What's his name? He's going to swim this left tackle or right tackle. And then this is the athleticism, getting flat right there to make that play. What's his name?
Zane Durant.
Zane Durant. I like me some Zane Durant. All right, now one thing that I think can get them in trouble against a wide zone team like SMU is they spike and plug these linebackers a lot. They'll even wrap them, okay, and have them twist and change responsibilities on the fly. It's to mess up combinations of the offensive linemen in front of them. However, when they get picked up, when these stunts from the linebackers get clipped, man, you leave a bunch of gashes. You leave a bunch of gashes in your defense when stuff like this happens. So it'll be interesting to see. I wonder who can take advantage of that the most. Like this right here. Who's fitting C-gap? Good defenses that we study don't do this. The great defenses year in, year out, they don't do this. I don't turn tape on and go, wait a minute. Who's got C-gap, right? When I see the ball carrier approach the line of scrimmage, and we've got 3 Penn State football players all right here. By the way, 2 Ds and 1 hole back here. When we got multiple guys playing one gap, that's not gap sound run defense. That's not what that is, okay? So somebody is busting a gap, and my question is like, who's even trying to fit C-gap, all right? Because it's definitely not Abdul Carter. Abdul Carter's definitely content with playing B-gap right here, playing inside right now. So if Abdul Carter's content playing this way, buddy, you better be here now. You better be going right now. You better be outside filling voids right now, and nobody's there. So I'm just... Every once in a while, I'll turn Penn State tape on and I'll be like, hey, why are we not being gap sound? Why do we not have hats in holes? Okay? Why do we got multiple hats in one hole? Things like that. All right, they obviously had a problem with pace to start the football game. Again, don't know where the play clock is. Right now, it looks like it's at 30 seconds. But that's just that right there every time. It's not always right there. But this tells me there's pre-snap confusion, right? We've got one guy over there 4. We've got one guy over there 4, and even as the ball is getting ready to get snapped, we're only going to send 3 over there 4. So as a mathematician, okay, I know that you're outnumbered. Just simple math. I've got 3 blockers and a ball carrier. You've got 3 defenders. Somebody's got to play out of this world. Somebody's got to take care of 2, and you're not going to. And my ball carrier, by the way, is Tez Johnson. So good freaking luck getting that guy down on the ground. Hell, we don't have to win outside. None of these guys really do their job. None of these wide receivers block a soul. Terrence Ferguson doesn't touch anybody. Number 1 barely does his job. Okay, the safety run's completely unevaded. So we don't even have to do our job when you're not getting lined up. This also shows me, obviously, Jonathan, a coordinator from Oregon that 14 games in, 13 games in, clearly was doing stuff he hadn't done on tape all year. Because why else would a coordinator from Penn State who makes $1.2 million, I would imagine, be completely dumbfounded that they're A, playing with pace, and B, running formations that they're not used to, okay? This is very clearly a game plan from Oregon that caught these guys off guard. SMU going to have the ability to do something similar, right? Now, I do think all of these guys back here, I like all of these guys. I'm not saying I love all these guys, but I like all these guys, most of which because I've covered half of them. I think this is Jalen Kimber over here or A.J. Harris, one or the other. Jalen Kimber and A.J. Harris are their two corners, I'm pretty sure. 3's probably Kimber. 4's Harris. I love number 7. I don't know what grade number 7's in. Based off, here's a new test, Jonathan. I'm going to guess based on the amount of and types of plays that I've seen number 7 make, I'm going to guess he's an upperclassman. Just either that or, wow, he's very instinctual.
He's just a sophomore.
Wow, he is very instinctual. This guy is a very, very smart football player. I think 7's going to play on Sundays for a little while. He makes very big plays like this every time I watch Penn State on tape. Look at this. Yeah? Right? A pretty daggone smart football player right there. Getting back outside and up underneath this tight end trying to block right there. Oh, my God. Come on, dog. That is a football play right there for number 7. They've got some dudes now. They've got some dudes. And the reason I highlight him, SMU real RPO-y, real heavy over the slant, extended box area. That's that guy's area. That's where he's got to dominate. Timestamp, please, sir.
47.
Now, what were we looking for? Inability to get our cleats in the ground, busted coverages, busted assignments, things like that. Well, I told you, bad game to start, but I don't know. I don't know how this happens. First and foremost, coordinator up in the box is paying the hell attention, okay? Because he sees 2 wide receivers over here and 1 defender from Penn State. So we already have a pre-snap motion drawn in. Watch this. We're going to bring the tight end back into the formation, all right? And nobody and nothing responds to him, do they? Safety doesn't get eyes on him. Defensive lineman right here, outside linebacker that's walked up, Rojas doesn't say a word about him. Okay, so we're sitting in the box and we're noticing this, right? So we go check with me right here, walk down to the line of scrimmage, and now, look, hey, wide receiver even pointed. Look, wide receiver's pointing at the corner like, hey, something's going on over here. I don't think they have the proper coverage for what we're about to do to them. Down said, Hut, let's get on the ball. I don't know how we bust the coverage this bad. I would just assume the safety's supposed to be running with the tight end, okay? Because Kimber turns and runs with this post like it's his no matter what, all right? But there's no trade-off here at all. Nobody runs with the tight end. The safety's sitting there squatting like he's got hook curl, and we're running down the sideline. I don't know who's got middle of the field. I don't know what in the hell coverage Penn State's running. And to be honest with you, I don't think they know what in the hell coverage they're running. I would be so frustrated. And look, I know most of this is them getting caught off guard, and you have to give credit to Oregon before you start giving blame to what Oregon or Penn State's got going on defensively. But I see a bunch of mass confusion. That's what I see to start this football game. How much of that can SMU create? How much of that mass confusion can you create? Going to see more wide zone this weekend. They get it right here. Going to see more wide zone this weekend. And here's what you cannot do. This is a no-no. This is sinful behavior right here from this defensive tackle. Okay, our former running back, number 28, our sawed-off fire hydrant. Okay, first and foremost, he is attempting to reach you. Okay, he is trying to get outside to your front side shoulder. Okay, what we can't do, Jonathan, we can't just dive in this way and try to be a selfish football player, okay, and do this number. We can't do that. All right, because the moment we do that, he's going to sink and anchor on us, and now all of a sudden, we've got a massive crease off of our ass, right? What we have to do once we start getting reached, we have to work through his front side shoulder. We got to go that way, okay? Even if we never make the play, what at least we'll do is close the crease. We'll make that crease look much, much smaller than it's supposed to be. But the moment we go back this way, he's going to saw us off, and that's the end of that wall. Now we've created a wall. Look at that. Boom. All right, so eventually a good back's going to find that. All right, he's going to find that and get one-on-one with that backside safety eventually. And he does. You've got to be a we first player. You cannot be a me first player when you play wide zone football teams. We've got to sometimes, man, we got to take and make the play with the offensive lineman. You know what I mean? We got to take that guy and just put him at the feet of the back because the back's stretching, right? Looking for a crease. Well, if we never give it to him, we're going to put the offensive lineman at the feet of the back. Can't do this. Cannot do that, 28. Now, hold on. I want to show y'all something because first play right here says, is Jennings going to be this locked in? Jonathan, the more and more I watch Oregon, the more and more I just think that in my mind, there's no safer pick to win the national title than Oregon, and it's because of their quarterback play right now. Their quarterback is locked the F in, and I don't know if there's another college football quarterback right now that makes me feel this comfortable about what we're about to see. Okay, he's about to get dialed up with pressure, Jonathan. Okay, he's about to get dialed up with pressure. We got a free runner coming off the backside. He sees that, right? He took a peek at him as he went to take his drop. Now, we've got a hot route working right here with TJ Ferguson, where we need to be going. Everybody else is bailing, right? We see all that. Everybody else is bailing. There's going to be no real options for us in the back end. We're going to get this ball out immediately and on time, right now, quick and efficient, into the face of our tight end and avoiding the sack on 1st and 10. 99% of the time watching film this year, this becomes 2nd and 18. It's what it does. Instead, for this football team, they're in 2nd and 4 because that right there. He's playing on time all the time. He's playing on time and accurate all the time. Okay? And for the most part, all year he's done this. The only problem Gabriel's really had at any point this year is red zone turnovers. That's it. That is it. He's played on time and dialed in. Okay? And the other thing, I just don't know. There's no defense for this, guys. There's no defense for a quarterback that's this locked the fuck in, okay? Because there's nothing. There's nothing about this play that tells me he should be throwing this football, okay? First of all, pre-snap man coverage, post-snap zone. So pre-snap, we got an RPO working. We've got outside zone working this way with the RPO slant off the backside. Pre-snap versus man, we're never throwing this because the coverage is going to be too tight, right, Jonathan? And they've got a middle of the field safety in front of us. So pre-snap man, we're probably not throwing this. However, post-snap, they rotate the zone. Post-snap, they rotate the zone. This safety's got his eyes in the box. We're running this in this way. He's going to throw this football. He's going to throw this football on time, okay, above the safety's shoulders. And now all of a sudden we got a wide receiver running into a bunch of space in the middle of the field, okay? And I don't think Kevin Jennings is making this throw on Saturday. I just don't. All right, I don't know how many quarterbacks in college football are making this throw on Saturday. This guy is right now. That's why I think this team is my pick to win the national title. I don't even know how he makes this throw. I mean, come on. DJ Lagway, maybe? Lagway right now making this throw, but that's about it. So, yeah, Penn State gave up a shitload of yardage in this game. Penn State gave up a shitload of points to start this football game. Penn State busted left and right in this football game. Oregon's quarterback's playing dialed in football right now. I'm super excited to get into that tape and watch that more. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I sure as heck did. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button on your way out. And if you're a Penn State or SMU fan, and I said anything about your football team that is incorrect, I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments. I love you. Bye.